So we just spent a minute figuring out how to graph sine of x, right? So I want to figure out I want to spend a second to figure out what negative sine of negative x looks like. And I'm going to do this in the dumbest possible way, and then I'll show you what the elegant way is in a second. So the dumbest way would be to say, okay, here's a list of x's, my favorite 5 or whatever trig inputs, right? The 90-degree angles, basically. And then I want to calculate negative x. So negative 0, I think, is still 0. Yes? What's negative pi over 2? Yeah, don't think too hard on this. Slap a negative sign on it. So negative pi over 2. What's negative pi?
Negative pi.
Negative pi. Negative 3 pi over 2 is? Negative 3 pi over 2. And negative 2 pi is? Negative 2 pi. Okay. Now, what are the reference angles for these things? So when you look at 0, what's the reference angle for 0?
0.
0. What's the reference angle for negative pi over 2?
Pi over 2.
Yeah, that's pi over 2 as a reference angle, but I need to think. Forget it. I realized that I made a mistake here when I was thinking about reference angles in 90s, because they're all either 0 or 90, right? Okay, so what's the sine at 0? 0. We just did that one. What's the sine at negative pi over 2? So I might refer back to my trig table. Negative pi over 2 is this one, right? Those are coterminal, right? 3 pi over 2. So I'm going to get negative 1 out of that. Or I could draw a unit circle, right? And think, okay, if I come back here, I'm looking here, dot, the y coordinate is -1. Good, all see that? Okay. How about at negative pi? Good. At 0, at negative 3 pi over 2, that's this guy. 1. And negative pi over 2 is same as 0 anyway, right? So I get 0. Cool this? Okay. Now what's negative sine of negative x?
0.
Well, it's still 0.
Flip all the signs on these, right? So I get 0, 1, 0, negative 1, 0. And now if I draw this, let's see. I want to forget the middle 2 rows, right? So if I input 0, what do I get out? 0. If I input pi over 2, what do I get out? 1. If I input pi, what do I get out?
0.
0. If I input 3 pi over 2, what do I get out? Negative 1. And if I input 2 pi, what do I get out?
0.
0. What the heck happened?
Oh,
Could it be said that the negatives cancel?
It could be said that the negatives cancel. Why?
Negative times a negative equals negative.
Good. This is negative, and then I might remember this thing about sine being odd. You guys remember that?
No.
Okay, that was at the end of last lecture. That the negatives come through as sine. So negative sine of negative x is the same as negative sine of x, which is sine of x. You guys see that? This is actual equal signs. This isn't like that coterminal angle or reference angle business. These are actually the same thing. And this equal sign here is because sine is odd. Cool? Questions, concerns, things?